Hi, everyone, and welcome to my very first edition of Moments with Michael, my original podcast. I'm really excited today because my very first guest is none other than my very dear friend and brother, Mr. Amit Sagram.
Hi, good day, Mike. Thank you for having me on the
Welcome to
show.
my show,
It's a
Amit.
pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, my first question with you today
Mhm.
is your first impression. What was your first impression when you saw Shiv Shakti perform?
Well, it was like, wow, who are these people? I would have been a little boy back, I would have been around 12 years old, and I would have gone to the Diwali Nagar back then as a little boy with my grandparents. And there was this dance performance that was taking place on the Nagar main stage. And when I looked, all I could have seen was you and Susie dancing. And there was a part of the dance now where part of the group was freezing, then the next part was dancing, and it was just blown. And it just kept me going closer and closer to the stage. And from then, that was my first impression to say, wow, these dancers are off the hook. They are off the chain. They are amazing and very well put together.
Boy, it's so true because the amount of rehearsals that we have to go through
I can
in
only
order
imagine.
to create that perfection. For
Yes.
example, that Diwali Nagar stage, there's so much work that goes into it because it's a huge stage, it's a big stage. You have to have so many dancers and everybody have to be in coordination. The costumes have to be on point, the timing have to be on point, even the selection. So I'm happy that you saw us at the Nagar for the very first
It
time.
was amazing, mesmerizing, I must
Okay,
say.
Amit.
Mhm.
So my second question to you is based on choice. So, what made you decide that, okay, wow, I would want this dance company to perform with me in one of my big shows, in one of my competitions?
From the moment I got to know about Shiv Shakti, I know that that was the dance group that I want to work with for the rest of my entire career. Because
Wow,
I knew it was a group that just not thrown on stage. It's a group that where hard work goes in, a lot of practice, so much of love and dedication. So I always thought to myself, this is the group that I want to always be with me and to always work with me when it comes to competitions, videos, you name it. Big stages.
thank you so much. And
Yes, for sure.
it's such a pleasure working with you, Amit, because you're such a humble guy.
Of course, man.
I mean, I've worked with so many people in the industry, and you are one of the most humblest persons I've ever worked with, and that's what I think goes for me and the team, because we have forged that relationship that I think is like a family relationship. It's
Yes,
really very very very
it,
nice.
it truly is.
So Amit, we have been working with you since the inception of your journey to become this amazing young artist that everybody love, to see your energy on stage. What has kept your interest in working with Shiv Shakti?
I would have to say the professionalism and the togetherness. It never feels hard when I works with you guys. And I must say big up to you, Mikes, for always doing an amazing job when it comes to putting me out and, working with me. You always make me surprised. I'm always surprised when it comes to working with the group. And I look forward for that each and every time that we work together.
Because I always notice that it's always like you're always like, wow, and this is always your reaction. And that is what I feel for me is complete success.
Oh my
When I
gosh,
see that,
yes.
oh my God, moment,
Definitely.
that moment with you, for me, it's like that is my full satisfaction.
Correct. It's like the spices to the whole pot. You will have the spices to everything.
Ahmed, we have done so much wonderful, memorable productions with you. But which one can you single out and say was the most challenging for you mentally and spiritually?
There are so many moments, so many projects I would have worked with you guys with. But I have to say the one that stood out the most spiritually, mentally, emotionally, it was just an amazing production. I would have to say Suno Medi Devi. That's a Bhajan music video that we would have done last year. I must say big up to the Shiv Shakti Dance Company for always giving me an amazing production. So up to this day, I must say that that music video, Suno Medi Devi, and that recorded song is a song that I really hold close to my heart, Michael, because there was so much that went into it, and everything just flowed so naturally. Everything came so naturally, like the dance choreography, as you told me, I had no fights with it. Everything just flowed. The meaning of the song, as you could see, check out the video, you could see exactly what the song means, is exactly what these girls dance. So, it's only the best, man, only the best.
So, Ahmed, let's get a little bit into the creative part of
Hmm.
what we do.
Yes.
I want you to tell my viewers, do you normally come up with a concept, or do you leave it to us, the team, and say, let's go with it?
That's a good question. I always leave it up to the team because it's always something Michael has to offer. You always surprise me, and I always look forward for that surprise because I know there's always something new, always something to stand out, and I know you always surprise me, and I always look forward to that surprise. So I must say, I leave it all up to you, the boss man himself, man.
And as I said before, that joy of seeing
That
that
wow
aha
effect.
moment, yes, me, that is so nice. It gives me the impression that, oh, okay, well, the work was worth it.
It's such a joyful feeling. Like it's so. It's such a great feeling. Like I can't really explain. Can't find words to feel how nice it is to know when you're surprised with a performance or a production from you guys.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I want you to
yeah, man.
take us back a little bit behind the scenes. Tell me, for you, what's good, what's magical, what's wonderful about the stage performance itself.
The glitz, the glamour, the action, the energy, the choreography, the props. Is so much to look forward for behind the scenes. As a lot of work goes into it, but overall, when you see that final production, it's amazing. It's just mind blowing.
Now, a lot of research goes into the productions that we do.
Of course, of
And,
course.
even though some people may not know, we don't just go and do a performance and do a dance. We normally try to do a dance production, especially with guys like yourself
Correct.
and some of these other people that we work with.
Yes.
And the research goes into the costuming, the meaning of the song, the
Correct.
mood of the song. There's so much that goes into a performance that people just don't know. They just look at it and they criticize. Oh, this is good. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Correct.
But some of these performances are so meaningful. In my case, I research word for word all the meaning and everything.
Correct.
As you said earlier, Sonamedi Devi is
Wow.
also a song close to my heart. So, I put my heart and soul into creating the atmosphere of devotion and love.
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely.
So I want you to take my people, my viewers, on stage. When the
Wow.
magic starts to unfold on stage, remember, most of the times you have an idea what we're doing when you see the rehearsals.
Yes.
But most of the times you don't see the costumes and the color and props and all that. We just tell you, okay, we're doing this because you are always mesmerized by the dance itself.
Oh yeah.
So what goes through your mind? I know it's a lot of focus, especially in competitions when you have to focus on the singing,
Yes.
timing, stage presence, where you have to be, where you have to go.
Yes.
All this is done before.
Mm-hmm.
But what goes through your minds, like your mind? Like sometimes you may just take a glimpse of what is happening behind you.
I think there's a whole different boost of energy when I see that starts to unfold on stage. It gives me, how to put this? It gives me a type of energy that goes through my body that's just to, you know, just do this, just go on stage, and it's like nothing to worry about then, It's just a boost of energy that when you go on this stage, it's just like everything is just taken care of. You just go, Amit, sing your song, and everything is taken care of. And to see when it starts to unfold, it's really an amazing, mesmerizing moment for me.
Thank you. Here it is. Shiv Shakti has always been with you throughout this journey. If someone were to approach you to ask you and say, hey, Amit, how could I get an opportunity to perform with Shiv Shakti? What advice would you give to them?
Boy, oh boy, you would never be disappointed. That would be my first word. You would never be disappointed. And one time I would send Auntie Indira number. I see you can contact them, and you would never ever going to be disappointed. You are going to be amazed, and you will get the most professional service ever.
Finance has always been an issue,
Uh-huh.
not only with you, Amit, but with many of the artists that I have worked with.
Mhm.
Would you say actually that budget or finance is always an issue if you have to work with us?
So, Mike, it has never been about the money for me with you. I know that you guys love me, and it was always about getting the job done first, making sure we get the thing right and set off, and then we used to talk money and that kind of thing. But it was never about a dollar sign when it comes to working with Mikes.
But Amit, added to what you're saying, contrary to popular belief,
Yes,
the dollar sign plays a important part with Shiv Shakti if you have to work with us. But I know today you would have testified to say that is not true. Because one great lesson I learned
correct,
from my dance teacher, she told me, she said, never put a price on your talent
correct.
because your talent is God given. It's not something very natural and common. So once you put a price to your talent, you would lose it. There are some people who say, I will never perform if I don't get paid X amount of dollars or whatever. It's not
Yes,
about that because that talent is God given.
it
That's why
is.
you are so unique. We are unique. I mean, you have many followers and people want to be like you and, people that you would inspire.
Yes.
But when it comes to money and putting a price on your talent, I am totally not for that.
And with that being said, I must say big up to my sponsors who has been a part and see talent in me and see greatness in me, who has always been there to help me throughout my entire career. And I must big up people like the Little Store, Eldorado Consumer Cooperative, R&R Industrial Supplies. I must say thanks to them, who has always been there and see talent in me and see goodness in me and always wanted to see me strive. So I must say big up to those sponsors, man, who has always been a part of me and helping me throughout this journey to make sure all the videos and all the things are good on stage.
That's so nice. It's
Yes.
so nice that people have that love and compassion for the culture that they support it.
Yes,
We
definitely.
all have dreams,
Yes, of course.
especially of performing with someone you admire, a celebrity, somebody that you love, somebody that you would pray for that opportunity to perform with them on stage. You tell me, Amit, and tell my fans and my people and my viewers,
Yep.
who would that person be and why would you choose them?
That person will have to be you, Michael.
Oh my God.
Because for those who might not know, Michael Salikram could sing. He could sing. Listen, you all can look for a song maybe in the near future coming from yours truly Instagram and Michael Salikram. Because this guy could sing. When I tell you he could sing, he
This man
could sing.
catch me by surprise. Oh my
It have days we would be
God.
talking and he would la la so and you could hear the surly sweetness in Michael's voice. So far as if you really do a recording or if you pull a budget and a day for we or a nice film song, he would sing so good because I know he could really sing. So maybe one day in the
I'll
future
take you
we'd
up on
share
that
a stage.
offer for
We could
sure.
share a stage.
Let's talk a little bit about family and family vibes.
Yes.
I know you get a family vibe from Shiv Shakti.
All the time.
And I know, like in any institution, any
Hmm.
company, certain members stick together and they forge good relationships.
Yes.
In my company, it's the same. And I know my team love you. My girls
Oh my
just love
gosh.
working with you.
Yes.
Sometimes I get a little envious, when I see this one talking to you and that one, which names I will not call.
Yes.
But tell us, Amit, who are the people that are very, very close to you in the company? And I know it because I'm listening now, right?
Yes.
Because our team is huge. There's Rennie Mohammed, Nigel Brong,
Yes.
there's Indira, there's the full group that works behind the scenes, even some of the parents too.
Yes.
And I know
Yes.
you have your
Yes.
little posse.
Yes, for
So
sure.
tell us, let's hear it.
Well, it's so many names because I would say everybody in the company is family to me. They like so welcoming. Everybody is so cool. They always show so much love and always makes me feel welcome all the time. I feel like family. I don't feel like I'm away from anybody or with strangers. It's always that I'm with family. So to the girls, every single one of them are amazing. They are
Names,
it's so
because you're
much
going to get licks
names
after
to
this
call
podcast.
because I love
You
each
get
and
some
every one of
blows,
you. I
yes.
love all of the girls. Big up to Rennie, big up to Nigel, big up to you, Mikes, big up to Anna. Let's start with Anna, Susie, Carrie, big up to Angeli, Annalise, Sonika, Bamika, Candy, Crystal. Everybody is so amazing. I love all of you all. They are so welcome and they are such family to me. I love each and every one of you. So who, if I didn't call any name, just know that I forgot, all right? But I love each and every one of you. So all the girls from Shiv Shakti, love and blessings.
So, in closing, Amit, I want to say thank you so much
You're most
for
welcome.
sharing this special time with me because for me, doing a podcast is something I always wanted to do.
Yes.
And I think that, we can get into each other.
Yes, for
We
sure.
can understand each other and, sometimes the challenges we go through, the theme, the fame that comes with it, the hustle, and everything, the good, the bad, the negative, all in one. I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You
And with
know,
that being said, I just want to say thanks to you so much for making me the first person to be on the show today. I feel really honored and privileged to be here, and I can't wait for our next project.
thank you
Love
so
and
much,
blessings to you
Amit.
always, Michael. May you always be blessed and humble.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so I'm off to interview my next celebrity.